Two donkeys are standing at a roadside, and one of the donkeys says to the other, "Shall we cross?" But the other donkey says, "No way, look at what happened to the zebra." It was a joke. Did you get it? I'm sure you did. I told it so you could see that learning English is fun. And now let's go back to our exam, first certificate in English. And today we're going to focus on the third part of the speaking paper, which is called collaborative task. What is collaborative task? It is a conversation that you're going to have with the other candidate. And it consists of two halves. The first half is discussion and the second half is decision making. What is important about this part of the speaking paper is interactive communication. Remember that you're going to get marks for interactive communication. So here you need to express your opinions, make suggestions, listen to what your partner is saying and react to what your partner is saying by agreeing, disagreeing, and you also need to reach a decision. Now let's take a look at a sample task. The interlocutor will give you some material and the task. The interlocutor is going to say, imagine that a town wants to attract more tourists. Here are some ideas they're thinking about and the question for you to discuss. First, you have some time to look at the task. And then you have for about 15 seconds to take a look at the task, to take a look at the whole task. After that, the interlocutor continues. Now I want you to talk to each other about why these ideas will attract more tourists to the town. And now you need to speak for about 2 minutes until the interlocutor stops you. So, how are you going to do this task? Now you're going to get some tools from me which will help you to do it. What you need is some useful phrases to initiate a conversation, some useful phrases to move from one idea to another, some useful phrases to agree and disagree with your partner, and also to express your opinions. Don't be afraid to initiate the conversation. Also, don't be afraid to interrupt your partner if you see that your partner monopolizes the conversation. So say, sorry for interrupting you, and then continue. Well, how could you initiate the conversation? In the same way, you could also move from one idea to another. So you could say, what do you think of building holiday flats, for example? Or what do you think about this idea? Also, you need to agree with what your partner is saying. To agree with what your partner is saying, you could use phrases like, right, I agree with that, or absolutely, or that's just what I think too. That's just what I think too. Also, you need to disagree with what your partner is saying. And by the way, disagreeing is a good way of keeping a conversation going. So to disagree with your partner, you could use phrases like, I see what you mean, but, or I agree up to a point, but. Also, you need some phrases to express your opinions. What phrases do you know to express your opinions? It could be something like, in my opinion, or my own feeling is that. For example, imagine that you need to express your opinion as to providing parks. So you could say, in my opinion, providing parks would be a good idea because tourists need a nice place to go for a walk, to have a picnic, to take photos, etc. When you have finished, the interlocutor will give you instructions to the second half of the task. So the interlocutor will tell you, now you need to decide which idea is the best for the town. So now you have a minute to decide which idea is the best. You have a minute to reach a decision, to make a decision. Also, express your opinions and give reasons. But this time, try not to disagree too much with your partner, because remember that this half of the task is about reaching a decision. But if you're both too stubborn and don't want to come to an agreement, Then you could finish with a phrase, with a useful phrase. So let's agree to disagree. Let's agree to disagree. And this is it. That's all for now. I hope you enjoyed the video and thank you for watching us. Bye bye.